As far as last year, it's been put out there that the state police had brought this individual in for a mental health evaluation. He went to the local hospital. He was there for, the information we have is about a day and a half, was evaluated and then released at that point.
So the mental health evaluation was related to the threat at the high school.
And when was that?
And when was that?
That was back in June of last year.
So June of last year, he makes a threat at the high school. He's brought in by state police for a mental health evaluation at that point.
Yeah, from what I have, it was a generalized threat, not a specific threat directed at a specific place or person. Based on a I'm sorry?
Was it a racist threat?
No, it was not. The state police responded. They investigated, they interviewed the subject, and they felt it was appropriate at that time to have that individual brought in for a mental health evaluation. The state police did their job to the fullest that they could at that time. The evidence that we have uncovered so far makes no mistake that this is an absolute racist hate crime. It will be prosecuted as a hate crime. This is someone who has hate in their heart, soul, and mind, and there is no mistake that that's the direction that this is going in. State police and FBI are at his house. They've spoken with the parents. From what I've been told, they are absolutely distraught and devastated, cooperating, but as I said, the state police and FBI are handling that part of the investigation down in that part of the state.
Commissioner, over here.
So he was in the Buffalo area. He was right in this area the day before. The warrants on social media platforms, GPS technology, that's going to help us put a much better timeline. We have identified some of the locations that he was at. We know he did some reconnaissance on the area and in the store. But as far as the timeline of when the act took place, the first 911 call came in at 2:30 p.m. yesterday. Our patrol officers were on scene at 2:31, according to our CAD yesterday. The officers immediately engaged the subject. As it was said, he put the gun underneath his chin, and our officers very courageously used every de-escalation tactic that they could. They talked him down. It was a pretty one-sided fight there with the armor that he had, and they were able to safely take him into custody with no further shots being fired. It was just a tremendous act of bravery.
This was pure evil by one individual, and I know that this community is going to come together stronger than ever, more united than ever.
This individual came here with the expressed purpose of taking as many black lives as he possibly could. So the Buffalo police saved a lot of lives yesterday. I want to thank them for that. Yesterday,
anyone else who dare break the security that every citizen is entitled to make them feel victimized, you've just picked a fight with 20 million New Yorkers, because we will continue to stand up, because an attack on one is an attack on all. And this was no other way to describe it than white supremacy terrorism. It's racism, it's hatred, and it stops right here in Buffalo. This is the last stop you're going to have, because we are coming after you. But also, there is much more to do from the social media companies themselves. I want them to sit in a room, look me in the eye, and tell me, have you done everything humanly possible to make sure that you are monitoring this content the second it hits your platform? And if you're not, then I'm going to hold you responsible. So prove to me that there's nothing else that can be done, because they have a lot of resources, so don't tell me you can't afford this. There's a lot of technology,